everyone. How are you? Hope you're all doing good. Hope everything's great. As always, this is Muhammad Awad, and you're watching hashtag Branding for You with Muhammad Awad. Today, I want to talk about the the issue that's happening with coronavirus spread that's happening, and yes, it's really affecting many businesses around the world, especially where I live in Bahrain at the moment. Um, I'll be honest with you guys. I've just lost almost three clients. I lost three clients because they want to stop any marketing expenses so that they can take care they can focus more into how they can generate more business when it comes um, to their clients. And I guess they're going to spend more money and seeing how other ways they can and to save money and so that they can generate more. um, Keeping in mind that I've spoken to a lot of my friends, people that I know also, that who have businesses. Everyone is impacted with this. Let it be real estate, let it be branding, let it be advertising, let it be entertainment, let it be movies, transportation, schools, uh, m- every industry. Let's say most of the industries that I know. Most. I'm not saying all. Most. There are some industries that definitely have done are doing really well, especially companies who actually produce sanitizers, tissues, um, and all that. I guess I even believe that the entertainment business at home will boom, will really boom. For example, Netflix, people who are going to watch YouTube, TV shows, and so on and so forth, because people are quarantined, or people who are at home who don't want to go out and will rather spend a little bit extra of money so that they can entertain themselves at home. So these are the business that's gonna go big at the moment. That's how I see it. What about the businesses that are going down? Like what I just said. Advertising, branding, um, kids entertainment, consultancy, let's banking, and finance, and so on and so forth. How is this going to be rectified? I understand that it's very hard. Like for example, I just because I work as a consultant for an training center, and we had this program which is called the franchising business program, and we needed to market it so that we can get people to apply. And the program was completely for free. It's funded by Temkin, which is a semi-government, like a semi-government organization where they support Bahraini citizens to actually study or even fund them in their business. So the program was for free actually for Bahrainis, and couple of people that we contacted to join, they were like very excited because it is the first in Bahrain. And all of a sudden, when the coronavirus issue became even bigger internationally and even locally, we got a call back from them and telling us that we cannot come to the program because we are busy actually in training our team and how to be hygienic, how to deal with customers when it comes to such an issue. Because I guess more people will not be dining in, more people will be ordering food online through applications so that can be delivered at home. So I guess they are trying to find a way on how they can train their team and processing such an operation. So yeah, so going back to what I was trying to say is that how can you uh, avoid, or not say avoid, how can you withstand what's happening to your business, and how you can in your field think out of the box, think other ways that you can even generate revenue. For example, I was talking to a friend of mine yesterday. He WhatsApped me. He was like, "Bro, I'm having hard time." He's a copywriter. He does copywriting. He was a journalist for many years, and he was like, I don't know what to do, and I just lost few clients, and people are not spending any more money. And I told him, listen, the first thing that people will will stop spending is marketing. So copywriting and all is part of marketing and PR. So these are the few things that people are going to stop spending money on. So what I told him that you can try to do something else. For example, try thinking differently how you can actually generate more business, because keeping in mind that sometimes things like this happen is good for companies, is good for people. I'm not saying coronavirus is good. I wish it can be stopped, and I really feel bad for the people who lost their lives and the families who lost their loved ones. But for business, sometime for business, I believe that it's good because it provides shift and how people think and how people actually and how organizations generate or process their business. Let me give you an example. So this guy, I was telling him, you know what, you need to shift your business, try to do something else. And he was like, well, what do you mean? I was like, okay, why don't you teach people how to do copywriting, creative writing? Try to find ways that you can get income from by teaching people. He was like, yeah, I never thought about it. He's really good at what he does. So I told him, why don't you actually teach people how to build their resumes, how teach people how to build their LinkedIn account and try to create nice copy on their LinkedIn account where you can charge them for 10 BD, like say $15, $20 per LinkedIn account that you're going to create. Um, why don't you, for example, create, now that you are at home, you have nothing much to do, why don't you create videos on YouTube and talking about copywriting, creative writing, business, English for business, or English for communication, whatever. So there are ways of doing things. Now, for myself, for example, now I'm into branding, and I have clients who work on social media and all. So what I'm doing right now, for example, I just got a client because business is going down right now, right? All our business are going down. So I have two clients right now where one client I'm going to teach them how to use their own social. So okay, think about it this way. People are not spending money, monthly retainers, on social media. So they are not paying agencies to do your social media, right? So think about it. If people are not spending money on social media management, why don't I teach them how to do their own social media management? So you pay one fee, and I will teach you for the coming 1-2 months how you can do your own social media. And when you learn, you can do your own social. Even if the coronavirus problem goes off, you can do your own social media and you can save a lot of money. Think about it this way. For example, I just got a client who wants me to teach her, coach her basically, how to become more confident and how to be more confident in doing online videos like what I'm doing right now over here. She doesn't know how to do it. She's not confident enough. So I'm going to teach her how to be confident, and I'm going to teach her different softwares, for example, which I use Filmora for video editing, what type of cameras, or maybe you just need a phone, and what type of gimbals you need to purchase to actually start producing your video. So this is something that I'm trying to focus on and actually helping people to learn skills that I'm providing as a service for them. So if I'm doing social media management for clients, okay, think about this. Why don't I teach you? If I can help you to actually understand how to do your YouTube channel, why don't I teach you? Understand what I'm trying to say? And do more seminars, or maybe do for me, and maybe I can do more classes about branding and all, and I can generate revenue out of that. So you need to think outside the box sometimes, and how you can work this thing. For example, if you're you have a laundry shop, and people actually don't come to you for their clothes, so try to create something in a different way. Try to, for example, have a deal with an application who does delivery of clothing to your shop. For example, now, like if you notice the restaurants right now, because they don't have dine-in, so they are coming up with campaigns and social media posts that, hey, listen, we also do delivery. So they are focusing on more into delivering to their customers, and they're having deals with delivery apps, for example, Talabat, Carriage, and Hunger Station. So they are focusing more into that, and their business went a little bit higher based on my understanding from some restaurants because of food delivery. So you need to think outside the box and how you can, at the moment when you don't have business, when not, I don't mean you don't have business is down, what can you do to overcome this issue that you're having? What else do you have in your business that you can overcome? And maybe it's a service that you're not providing that you need to provide. Understand what I'm trying to say? Maybe there is a substitute service that for example, let me give an example. There was this company who approached me a while back, and they are into resume builders. They are really professional in building resumes. So they were like, I'm not sure what to do, and we need to generate more business. It's been a couple of years, and our revenue is just static. And so the question I asked the business owner, I was like, So what do you do exactly? What do you do exactly other than resume building? She's like, we only do resume building, and all the payments come online. Then I was thinking, okay, great. So why don't you do is when you do resume building, don't you do LinkedIn resume building or LinkedIn profile building? Why don't you train people, for example, and what to say during interviews and play and have role playing sessions with those? Train them. Why don't you? Why? Because they are in Saudi Arabia, right? Why don't you focus on Saudi individuals who don't know how to speak English, and when they train them how to talk a little bit of English, interview language, let's say. Understand what I'm trying to say? Try to find different, try to find different streams of revenue for your business. Because if you focus on one thing and you're doing the same thing, even in this outbreak that we are having, it's an issue. So try to find different streams of revenue. Let it be online stream, let it be conventional through delivery, let it be training, but always try to find ways, think by yourself and find ways and how you can find different ways of revenue building. For example, in my company right now, I'm going to have a meeting on Tuesday with two companies. So what we do over here, because I have a company called the Wall Concept. So what we do over here, Wall Concept is a design, environmental design studio where I focus on designing ideas that will make an environment really look cool. Understand what I'm trying to say? So then after my design is approved, I have to work with a company that does fit out. Or if I have a client who wants, you know what, I don't want design, but I want interior. So I have to find a company that does interior. So what I'm doing right now, this Tuesday, I'm going to have a meeting with two companies, including myself. So we have three companies, go through a joint venture. And I created a group on WhatsApp called the Venture Group. So I want to sit with them and discuss how we can work. They are all my friends. How we can work together, collaborating together, and be stronger together than working individually. Understand what I'm trying to say? And we all help each other. For example, if that company has a branding design from their client, which they are doing interior, they will refer us. And when we get the project, we give 10% of our profit to them. Understand what I'm trying to say? If I have a fit out project from a client where I did branding to, and the client says, hey, listen, I want someone who can do fit out, I will call the other company that I know, that I partnered with, and let's say, hey, listen, I have a client I want you to meet. So we go and meet the client. If they get the presence for the fit out, I get 10% of that project, and it just goes circle. If you don't collaborate, also, it's a very tough market for you, and you won't survive. I always believe in collaboration. So instead of you having more overheads into your business, instead of you bringing more employees, where, for example, production or whatever it is, and having more overheads, and in this situation that we are in the coronavirus situation, it's going to be really tough life for you. So if you can't afford and actually bringing someone into your team to expand, collaborate with people who can help you to expand your scope of work. That's how everything is. So that's what I'm trying to say. Today's video is about, if you are have issues with when it comes to your business, the reason is because of this virus, the epidemic virus spreading. Try to find ways and how you can expand your scope of work, not expanding your team, expanding your scope of work, and that's it. And hope you all the best, and hope everyone a healthy life. Take care of your loved ones, take care of yourself, wash your hands more often, and hope you all the best. That's it. Take everyone. God bless. Bye bye.